What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Dragonflight video. Hope you're all doing very, very well. I want to talk about the NYMUE kill that we got. We just killed Mythic NYMUE, and we're doing really well in this raid. We are now 5 out of 9. We did some prog on Larry last night. It wasn't really any real prog, but I think Larry's probably going to die in like 15 to 20 pulls. Seriously. Maybe like 25 pulls. We're doing really, really well. This group that I'm raiding with right now is just fantastic. These guys are awesome. They're all a bunch of pumpers, and the communication's really good in the raid. So we are 5 out of 9, and it's looking good. I'm going to show you the kill here and just kind of talk you through what happened here step by step. I will move my camera over here so that we've got double Zuko on the go. It's always, is 2 Zukos better than 1? I don't know. You guys let me know. But here's what happened last night. I'll walk you through the fight and kind of my process. I'm healing this on my Mistweaver Monk, and I've chosen to do essentially the melee build with Feline Stomp and Ancient Teachings. So it's not entirely the Mythic Plus build, but it's very, very close to the regular Mythic Plus build. The reason I'm doing that is because I'm in melee with the melee bros for most of this, helping to soak swirlies that are up here, the little flowers. And it's actually just a really good amount of healing that I'm able to pump out with this build. There's other healers who are able to take care of some of the ranged people. Now, this is one of the most difficult parts in the fight. This happens multiple times. There are lines coming out that we have to avoid. See these big bluish lines here? Those will stun you and basically kill you. We also need to soak circles, and when you're done soaking these little flower circles, there's one right over there. When you're done soaking them, they bloom into this like green swirly that you also have to avoid. And when you're in melee, dodging these lines is a very interesting process. And for me in particular, as a Mistweaver Monk, I also have to stand on my Feline Stomp. So I have my Feline Stomp down there. You can see that. But I have to keep replacing it. I just replaced it right there. I need to make sure that I'm aiming my Feline Stomp in the right spot, or else I'm screwed. Because if I'm not standing on my Feline while healing people, then I can't, I'm not going to be healing people basically at all. I'm healing through melee damage, primarily. That's a lot of my healing. So, 2 things. I have to stand on my Feline Stomp, and I have to be close enough to the boss to actually hit her. So, it's actually pretty difficult. The last big thing in this phase is this red flower here. This is a melee mechanic only. It's an extra tanky red flower. It basically takes double or even triple the amount of time to get soaked as the regular green ones do. So we have to stand on this while the lines are coming. We have to dodge these lines and stay on it for as long as until it blooms. Then it bloomed right there. I took a bit of damage, unfortunately. Now we're going to get to phase 2. I take damage here again. I should not be soaking this. I took damage there by accident. It's all good. We're going to run to our side. There's an ad over here. There's an ad kind of behind me, and then there's an ad over here. This is the new Mythic mechanic. There's an ad in the middle of the room. I'm never a part of that group, so I don't even get to see what they do. But that group is the most critical group of the 3 of us. Obviously, all the ads need to die at relatively similar times.
That's really not.
But the middle group, kind of to my right here, is really difficult. They're in a really difficult position. Guff, unfortunately, gets sniped there by the frontal. It's not a big deal. He was trying to get out of it and just barely got clipped by it. It's kind of dumb, actually. But anyway, the middle group that I'm talking about, they have probably the most important job in this phase. They need to pump as much damage as they can so that that ad dies. If the middle ad doesn't die after like 30 seconds, everybody dies in the raid. So we're soaking a circle on the way back. This is the big chunk of damage. This is honestly the easiest part of the fight, like by far. There's a lot of damage going up, but all the healers are here. We're all stacked up together, and you can do lots of healing. It's not a problem at all. Right, so now we rinse and repeat. We basically do the exact same thing as we did last time. The lines on the floor have changed a little bit. Excuse me. Remember, every time you walk through one of those lines on the floor, it will hurt you. It doesn't hurt that much. It really doesn't. You can go through 3 or 4 lines and be perfectly fine in my experience. So once again, we are soaking the healing swirlies in the middle. And we're dodging these lines. There's the big red swirly we need to soak. So again, this gets very difficult from melee, right? Because you're soaking. You have to move a little bit to the left, move a little bit to the right. We're barely dodging, right? This is how this whole fight goes. You have to get out. It's really fun. I have to say, this is the funnest fight by far that we've done, especially for my Mistweaver, because it's like I have this active job and kind of up front and close. So it starts getting really dangerous here. People still have to take their orbs out of dodge. The flower's back. one thing I want to focus on as we get closer towards the end of the fight here, the communication from our officers during this fight was really, really good, especially towards the end. I just absolutely loved it. I got to praise them for what they did here. I think it actually helped us sort of save the fight and make sure that we got this done. Honestly, you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. I do pop revival right here. Rich was kind of low, Royal was low, and I was just worried about Killface, a couple other people, so I just pop it. Not really the most optimal time to use revival. I should have used it earlier so I could have had it at a different moment coming up. So that was actually a mistake from me. But I was just like, wanted to ensure that everybody lived. I wanted to guarantee that everybody lived so that we could get to this phase. So I just kind of popped it. It's one of those decisions you just make on the fly. I shouldn't have done it, I think, in hindsight, but there it is. Now we have a couple of deaths here. Rich and Royo kind of bleed out, unfortunately. That's okay. We can res them after. But here's where the communication actually starts coming from Rich, which was really cool to hear. We'll get to it, I think, after we're done this phase. My volume turned up? Yeah, okay. So while we're healing people here, I'm not sure where Guff's standing. He just took a bunch of damage there, but it's all good. Again, this part's not really that dangerous, to be honest.
All right, get Royo up when we get a chance.
So we got to get Royo up. Ghost is the one making the calls. Now we're into the, not quite the last phase, but we're getting there.
Really just got to live here, guys. Really just got to live. Damage is not that important right now.
Yeah, in this phase, it's all about living. You want to do a little bit of damage, but this phase is all about staying alive so you can get to the ads. If you can get to the ads and kill them, that's this entire fight. You get to the ads 3 times, you kill them 3 times, that's basically the entire fight.
Get Royo up when we get a chance.
Gog's calling out the melee stuff. Gog was really good about that. There's the melee soak done. It's getting really busy. I'm just healing from out here because I need to triage people, and there's no need for me to be in the front. I got to watch these lines. Okay? Lines are coming out. Now I get back in melee. I can reapply my Fey line, but I need to help some people first. There. Now I got to get a dodge again. It's just really busy at the front, and that's okay. It's on the right this time, the red one. There's a line right in front of me. I just barely walked past this one. I'm soaking the red one, trying to do melee damage.
Soak a lot more flowers.
I get my seedling out. I roll out. I'm healing my seedling.
There's a lot on right side.
Again, people just need to live here. People need to live. So my seedling is just carrying people right now. Pit, like, was so close to death. I think my seedling just keeps Pit alive here. There's probably some other heals, I'm sure, going on there. But, my God, the seedling was so crazy right here.
Keep it up.
Unfortunately, Gog tried to onk here. This was such unlucky timing for Gog.
Keep it up.
Gog tried to onk here and I think gets sniped by her full bloom. Look at the full bloom cast right now. And then Gog gets sniped. That was so unlucky for him.
Right.
I felt bad. I actually looked at his raid frame and I was like, frig, I can't get him. There's a flower here. Need to soak this flower. This is the last ad phase, okay? The last ad phase. We got to get through this. Once we get through this, we should be okay. There's that frontal again. Got to watch that. I have Chi-Ji up right now. Pop Chi-Ji just to keep people alive. Now, Gog and Rich are both dead, and they start doing...
If you have off...
They start doing some really great call-outs here. This is Rich right now, just talking about off heals and stuff.
Use them. Try to help out.
For the middle group, because they need to stay alive. Again, even though these people are dead, they're communicating in a really big way and helping the group to get this kill. Now, the left side was a little slow on damage, probably because Gog was dead or Zix or somebody.
Let's do it and we have a chance.
Then I come over there. I do a little Essence Font. I'm looking for somebody to bubble, but we don't need it right now. Then the communication.
Listen, we had a bunch of externals we can use. Use them freely.
There's Rich.
Yeah.
He starts calling them out. This is it, baby.
I've got dark in third.
We've got a darkness.
We have 3 sacks. We have
3
Suko's
sacks.
bubble.
That's my bubble.
Brungy's time dilation.
So, again, time dilation, so it's good. This is really good. This is what you want. You don't want comms to be, like, littered with, like, unnecessary communication, right? You don't want people just, on a serious prog pull like this, you don't want people just chatting for no reason, but, like, good, direct communication about what we can do to make this fight happen. That is good communication.
Got over 15 seconds. I read soak.
Gog just said we have 15 seconds until the red swirly. That's great. I didn't know that. I actually didn't know that. I mean, I'm busy, right? But I didn't know that mentally, and now I know I have 15 seconds where I don't have to, like, super worry about that red soak. I can just do my thing,
We're still soaking
get some mana back. I actually have very little mana right now, so I probably, I'm not sure if I use a pot here or not, but good communication, once again. It's very helpful.
Make sure this gets soaked.
So then Gog's talking about the red.
Left
What-
side. Left left side.
He's on the left side. He calls it out. I go to the
Left
left.
side needs a lot of help soaking, it seems.
Ghost is talking about other green swirlies that need to be soaked. So again, these are both good
Like-
communication. We need to dodge these lines.
Watch out for
Darkness
everyone.
goes
Stay there.
down.
Keep going. It's not gone yet.
Gog's saying like it's not gone yet.
It's gone. It's gone.
Now it's gone. Those are good call-outs, right? Now there's more to
Any
soak.
defensives, anything you have right now, guys.
This gets really busy.
Literally
I don't know how to get hit, but look at this line right here. Look at this line right
any
here.
defensive,
Look at this line in front of me. Watch this.
anything you have.
I should have
right
got
now,
hit there, I
guys.
think. Actually
Literally
crazy.
anything. We're sending it.
Okay. Now I do a stupid thing. I think I've got enough room to roll here. So I roll, and I should have rolled to the right a little bit. I messed this up so bad.
We still got 3.
But then watch this. Look at my health. The other healers here were absolute giga chads here. Look at my health. It's already at a quarter.
Sacks.
Then it goes down. I'm at 1/10 of my health, less than that. And then the bar fully disappears. I have 13,000 health. 13,000.
TD.
And then boom, I get wings from Hup, and I think Guff must
They
have
saved
slapped
me.
me, and
That was
probably
fucking
Liz as
crazy.
well.
There are a bunch of flowers. up.
Absolutely insane moment from the other healers. Completely saved my life. Now I get Seedling out. I can save other people's lives.
Just kill.
Then I roll again like a freaking idiot because
Just
I'm like I gotta soak this thing, and my roll
Kill.
goes too far, and I'm an absolute idiot. But it doesn't matter. She's already dead. But
Don't worry about
Fine.
soaks. Kill.
Kill. I shouldn't have died there.
I die like such an idiot at the end. It's so
Good
goofy.
job, guys.
But we get the kill, and I think like again, I wanted to try and highlight there that this is an example of a great team. I think where people are really working together, and the communication from the officers really helped to carry this fight. I think so. There's things like mentally you can't think about everything that's going on in a fight, especially again for my role being a Mistweaver in melee. I'm putting my Phaline down. I'm making sure I stay in melee so that I'm doing damage and healing through doing damage. I have to dodge the lines that are coming up, the stun lines. I have to soak flowers, and then I have to get out of there once the flowers are soaked. There is so much going on. I have to look at raid frames to heal people. So, again, in the heat of the moment, when there's really important communication that needs to be going, this is what you want. You want to have your officers really
There's
stepping
two
up
of
to the plate and
Bunch
saying,
of
hey,
externals we can use.
here's
Use
what
them
we've got.
freely.
We've got externals.
I've got dark and
Use your bubble. Use your darkness. It probably
3
reminded
sack.
Killface to use his darkness. Maybe he was going to use it anyway, but you don't know, right? So it gives Killface this reminder. Use your darkness. Zuko, use your bubble. I actually throw
Zuko's
my
bubble.
bubble on Royo, I think,
Brownie's time
in a
to
second
When
here.
You guys have to soak your first red
Because I'm just assuming that he's going to die out in Narnia trying to soak something. Hunter's just like don't have a lot of defensives, right? So he's probably my best candidate.
We're still
I'm not even
soaking
looking around here.
through.
Do I? Oh, yeah, I throw it right there. So I just throw it on Royo. He's out. I don't even know where he is. But again, then Gog's calling out the red circle, which is really good.
left side. Left side.
Left side, left side. We know where to go. Again, these are just really important things that I wanted to highlight for our group that I really hope that some of you guys have in your groups. And if you don't, then I'm sorry about that. But this is exactly what the leadership should look like when you're in the middle of a really difficult pull. Everybody else is calm. Nobody else is saying anything. The officers are talking, and they're giving that direction that is going to help save the pull. It's going to make sure darkness gets used, make sure bubble gets used, make sure time dilation gets used, make sure whatever cooldowns you have get used, lets you know when to soak, where to go, where to be, because there's so much else to look at. So this is our kill, and I'm really proud of it, and we are now 5 out of mine. 5 out of mine?
Watch out for that.
5 out of
Man,
9
it's
on
not gone
Mythic. I'm pretty sure we're locking out now, so we're going to get Larry down, and then we're just on to the final 3. And this is obviously the most difficult part of the raid. This is going to take us quite a while to get through, but we just did have the Tindril nerfs that came through, which is pretty cool. I'm excited about the raid, and I really am enjoying it. I'm loving all these fights, depending on whichever build I get to use on Mystery. It doesn't even matter. They're all fun, but I just wanted to show this to you guys to kind of show you exactly how I think a really good team works together to ensure that you can get a boss down, and kind of where your leadership can help to carry the team when it comes to communication and just keeping the team together in those really critical moments when you need it. That's when they need to step up to the plate, and they did. So thank you guys so much again for watching. Let me know what your experience has been so far in the Amirdrasil raid. Would love to hear it. If you guys are progging on Mythic, I would love to hear any of your stories down in the comments down below. Thank you so much again for watching. Love you all. I will see you in the next one.